my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you Eli's 6-month update. I know, already another video on baby Eli. I cannot believe he's already 6 months old. But I'm just going to be going over all his new milestones, everything that he is doing. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am a mother of 2. I have a 2-year-old daughter named Ava, and I have a 6-month-old named Eli. And we live in Orlando, Florida. So before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. Stay a while, and I hope you enjoy this video. And it gives you some idea of, milestones to expect for your little one, or you may be expecting, and you can kind of see what yours is going to be doing. Now all babies are different, so always ask your doctor if you have questions, and all babies may hit certain milestones at different times. So my baby might be doing something sooner, or they might be not be doing something at all that your baby may be doing. So I'm going to be reading off of his baby book. I know I've shared this in my video, and I will leave the link below. I actually got this on Amazon. It's by Carter's, and it's my favorite baby book. I have the same brand for Ava, and it's my absolute favorite one that I have been able to find. So, and there's not very many options of baby books out there. So if you're one of those people that loves baby books, I definitely recommend this one. I'm also going to be pulling up my notes from my phone, because what I do is I always just keep track of everything on my phone, so then I can transfer it to his baby book. And I am by no means done with his baby book. I'm still putting pictures in and filling in stuff. Even my daughter's book, who is 2, I still have to put in her 2-year-old birthday pictures and all that stuff. So it's a work in progress, and maybe I will be able to share both of their completed baby books in a video here soon. So let's get into it. Let me go to his 6-month page real quick. And I am in his room. He's not going to be in this video, but I will be inserting clips of him as we go, doing some different things, some new things that he has been doing. So 6 months. So we're going to start off with sleeping patterns. He is such a good sleeper. He did go through a 4-month sleep regression. If you watched my 4-month update, I will link it here. But now he is actually sleeping through the night. Every now and then he might wake up for some odd reason or something. He actually keeps getting his, getting stuck in between these, his crib bars. But I didn't put a bumper because most people don't recommend it. And I bought my daughter one, and I feel like I didn't really get my money's worth out of it. So let me know if I should get a bumper, or if you recommend anyone. I am searching for one that might look good with his crib, because he rolls all over. He loves sleeping on his stomach, and he gets his little feet and hands in between these bars, and then he gets mad because he can't move it, move his arm or his foot. So I might have to put a bumper. He sleeps on his stomach. He hates sleeping on his back. I do put him down on his back, and then he ends up turning over, and we're constantly checking on him. We do have the lollipop monitor, so that helps us a lot. It literally picks up the faintest sound, and you will know what's going on. So we always have that up in our room or wherever we are when he is sleeping. But he usually goes to bed around 9 p.m. to sleep about maybe 7:30, 8 a.m. It just depends on what we're doing that day. He has actually slept even as long as 9 o'clock. So he is a really good sleeping baby so far. I do use the nested bean, which helps a lot, or the sleep sacks. Every now and then I will just put him to sleep in his regular footy sleeper, and he seems to be fine. But I like to put the sleep sack on him because we're not at that point to where we can put a blanket in his crib yet. So I just want him to feel as comfortable as possible. And I always, make sure I give him a bath and soothe him and everything. I have a portable sound machine, which helps so much. All of those little things, if you're having trouble with your baby sleeping through the night, make such a big difference. I'm actually going to also add a diffuser to his room, because I recently got really into essential oils. I bought 2 diffusers for the house, and I am in love. So I think I might buy one for his room, and it just makes me sleep so much more better, because, or so much better, I guess that's the correct term. It is way too early right now. And I usually diffuse lavender in my room, and I feel like it has helped so much with relaxing me and everything. So all of those things definitely play a part. He loves bath time, and we just started giving him a bath in the big tub. We use the little Fisher Price seat, and it works. So I want to get that other one where it actually like suctions onto the bathtub and see if he likes that, so he can play around a little bit more, and maybe even put Ava in there. It's so cute to watch them play with each other, but we will see. That is all about sleeping patterns. So eating habits, that's the next thing we're going to talk about. He is, oh my goodness, he's growing so much. We'll get into his stats. We just had a 6-month appointment, but he drinks about 4 bottles, 6 ounces a day. And then he started solids about a month ago. So I usually do 2 servings, one of a vegetable and one of like a fruit, maybe mixed with formula or baby cereal, the oatmeal kind. He doesn't really like rice cereal, but right now his favorite food, for what he has tried, he loves avocado and he loves mango and pears. Those seem to be his favorite at this point. But we'll see. Right now, the only thing I can think of that he doesn't like is carrots. I made him a homemade batch of carrots and I froze a bunch of them, and he doesn't like them. I'm like, he always makes this weird like sound. And usually when he's eating, and how I know he likes it, I'll give it to him, and he does not drop the food anywhere. I give him the food and he just swallows it, and he's like, like makes all these grunting noises, like I'm going to take the food away from him or something, and he gets mad if I'm not fast enough giving him the food. That's how much this baby boy is like in love with his food. So before we move on to like new discoveries and his favorite toys and stuff, I want to tell you his stats. So he is weighing 19.5 pounds, 1.5 pounds more than my daughter was at his age. His height is 27 inches and his head circumference is 45 centimeters. And I'll tell you the percentile. So for his height, he's in the 71 percentile. For his weight, he's in the 81 percentile. And for his head, he's like in the 90 something percentile. Both my kids, their heads always measured bigger. I don't know if the doctor said it's completely normal, but they both have big heads. But he is growing. He's in size 6 to 9 or 9-month clothes. I will not buy him anything. Honestly, I'm buying him 9-month clothes because I feel like if I buy him 6-month clothes, he's going to be growing out of them in like a month. Shoes, he's in 1 to 2 shoes when I do put shoes on him. I used to be in love with shoes with my daughter, and I don't know what it is with him. Maybe the selections aren't as many selections as a little girl, so I don't really put shoes on him too often. But I am going to be hopefully doing a fall baby clothing haul with you guys. Cannot wait to buy them some cute little fall outfits, even though it is still going to be hot here in Florida. I just love fall time, so I definitely want to be buying him some more clothes here soon, and maybe some little cute shoes and stuff. And he's in size 3 diapers, and our favorite diaper brand is Huggies. Occasionally I'll do Loves, but because you get more for your buck, but they're not my favorite. So new discoveries, he's starting to move toys more. Like before he was just kind of playing with them. Now he's just like going all over the place. And as you see here, he's just like going at it. He just loves toys that make sounds, and he's just so much more alert and aware when it comes to like grabbing his toys. His coordination has gotten so much better. He's starting to come up on his knees a little bit, so he doesn't stay on his back that often. So he just rolls over. He loves tummy time. His head coordination is just so much better, and he will literally start coming up on his knees like he's about to crawl. And I'm like, wow. My daughter didn't start crawling until I want to say about 9 or 10 months. I want to say that. I have to look back at her baby book, but I have a feeling he might start crawling sooner. And before I forget, back to the eating, he doesn't have any teeth yet. My daughter had 2 teeth at 4.5 months old, and he's 6 months old and has no teeth yet, but he is teething hardcore. It's insane, and I'll mention his favorite teething toys when I get to that part. But yeah, he's coming up on his knees, and he's just so much more active. He'll be in one spot, and then literally he can like move all the way across to here. That's why we do not put him, even with pillows or anything, we do not put him up on a bed or anything like that, because this boy literally somehow, I guess he just rolls and he just moves with his well, he's not crawling, but he just moves with his knees, and he gets to one point to the other. Like, I'm like, how did you get there from there to there, and you're not crawling? So he's so much more active and alert. Some accomplishments, he's sitting up way better now. It's not unassisted, so I'll sit him up and he'll sit kind of like wobbly like this for a little bit, but it's getting longer and longer. So he's doing really good with that. And I do use like his little Bumbo seat, I think that's the brand, or like his sit me up from Fisher Price to help him with that. And I think he's going to get to that pretty soon to where he sits up by himself. But he's still very unsturdy, but as far as his coordination has improved so much. He's just very intricate when he grabs toys, and he just looks at them for so long. His stare is just like for so long. Everything that's going on around him, when Ava's playing, he's just staring at her, like turning his head, every little noise. I love this age so much. I just love seeing them explore and learn things. And you can see it on their face that they're, you know, just really interested in what you're doing, and that they're really taking it all in. And I just, from 6 to, you know, 12 months is my favorite part of the baby stage. They're just getting chubby and chunky. You can like snuggle them, and they're just, I mean, they're a handful, but they are the cutest at this stage, I feel like. And I just got his 6-month pictures. Here are a few shots of him, a milk bath. The first time of me doing a milk bath with my kids, I wanted to do one with my daughter, but it didn't end up happening. So I decided, let me do one with Eli. Something very simple, not with like the flowers and stuff. So we went with just, you know, leaves, and it was just so cute. And if you don't follow me already on Instagram, Pieces of Jade, I have some of his pictures there, and I'll be posting more. I feel like my Instagram is just all of my kids at this point. I hardly have any pictures of myself there anymore. But he loves playing with Ava. They'll be in the car. Their car seats are pretty close together, and they'll just be like playing with their hands. Like, they are the cutest. I just love it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I just love seeing siblings play together, and she'll be playing with blocks, and he'll just be so into whatever she's doing, wanting to play with the blocks as well, and laughing at her, and she comes up to him and gives him kisses and hugs. It's just, I love seeing their bond and their sibling love start to grow, and they just are so in love with each other. So that's just one really special memory for me, is just watching them together and seeing how they are starting to really bond and get into like wanting to play with each other. It's going to be really awesome to see how they are going to be keeping each other occupied, for sure, playing with their toys. And Eli just has this most adorable smile. He literally, like, he just smiles with his eyes. I don't know if you know what I mean, but he just has the cutest smile and smiles with his eyes. Like he could not even like be moving his mouth, and if you could just see that he's smiling through his eyes. He just has the cutest little look, and he is definitely a mama's boy. The bond that you have with your son is so much different than with your little girl. That's what they have always said, and I never really believed it until you actually have a boy, is when you'll believe it. I have an amazing bond with my daughter, not to say that, but I think she's more of a daddy's girl, and I don't know why that always ends up happening, but it really is the case. But I just, he's a handful. He can definitely be a handful. He has a temper. You can definitely see that he has a different personality than Ava, but I just can't get over how cute he is. So adorable. So basically all the things that he can do: he can roll over, he can pull up on his knees, just to kind of summarize. Grab toys. His coordination is so much better. He can bring toys to his mouth. He just watches stuff so intently. He sits unassisted, moves out of one place. His control, his head movement and control is so much better. His coordination, and he loves jumping. Like, oh my gosh, this baby is like the strongest baby ever when it comes to just everything. His legs are so strong. He absolutely loves his jumper. That's probably one of his favorite toys right now, is the jumper. When we want him to just be kind of free, we put him in his pack and play. That's probably his second favorite, and we just put a bunch of toys. He loves this Toy Story. I actually have it right here. This is like, I bought this at Marshall's. How adorable is this? It's just like a little Toy Story, little baby thing that jingles. This is his favorite toy. Other than his teethers that I give him, this is his favorite thing, and I always keep this by his changing table. because I'll be trying to change him and all he wants to do is roll over. And I'm like, I'm trying to change you. So I give him this to keep him occupied. Otherwise, he just wants to roll all over. It's very hard to change him and do stuff and change his clothes because he's just always moving everywhere. It's crazy. He loves this little baby gym. I keep this in his room and this keeps him occupied. But yeah, I think the jumper is probably his favorite thing. As far as teethers that I mentioned, I think I mentioned this in his 3 to 6 month baby must-haves. He loves the little Sophie, and he also likes his banana teether. Those are probably his 2 favorite teethers. I guess I'll mention one more. He loves the strawberry one that looks like a pacifier. I think it's a raspberry or strawberry, and he loves that one. So those are like his go-to toys that I always give him to keep him occupied, other than like the crinkly books and things like that. Those are like his favorite. Just some random things I want to mention is his head. As far as I know, I mentioned that he did have flat head in the past. It has gotten so much better. The doctor said it looks really good because he's rarely ever laying on his head anymore. He's always either on his stomach, or he sleeps on his stomach, or he's just moving around a lot. So it's gotten so much better. He still has like a little bit of a flat spot. So I am going to go to this cranial technology place just to have a free consultation to see what they say, to see if they still recommend the helmet. I'm really hoping that they say that they don't. My husband thinks that we shouldn't even bother with it because his head looks fine. And of course, not everybody's head is going to be shaped like the same or perfect or whatever. So I just think it'll make me feel better if I just go and check it out. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, he does have his little hematoma strawberry, I think that's what it's called, birthmark that has gotten really raised. The doctor said it could just fall off. A lot of the times with those birthmarks, which are very common, they just fall off. But you can get it removed. So she did refer me to a dermatologist that I will probably go to maybe next month and just see what they say. And, if they say to get it removed, then we'll just get it removed and we'll go from there. And I'll keep you guys updated on that. But let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. Really, I mean, I just can't believe how like active and how big that he is. He's just so adorable. One thing he has been really liking lately is the carrier. Sometimes he just gets like, he doesn't want me to put him anywhere. He doesn't want to be anywhere, and I put him in the Artula carrier, and I'll just like walk around the house, or I'll do things around the house, and he'll end up falling asleep. Usually he does that when he's like tired, but he's fighting his sleep. So he doesn't really want to be anywhere, and he just gets fussy, and I'll put him in that, and he's as happy as he can be. One thing I do want to mention is I'm feeling a little bit like guilty because I feel like I did so much more with Ava at this point in her life. Like, we had already gone to Disney a couple of times, the beach, like all of this fun, cool, like interactive stuff that he could do, play with, sensory learning and things like that I haven't been able to do with him. So I'm getting just feeling a little bit guilty on that part. And we do work a lot and stuff like that, so I'm gonna have to start getting a little bit more creative with what we do. The only thing that we have done is gone to Aquatica, and he likes playing like in the little splash area and stuff like that with me and things like that. But I just feel bad because of this whole COVID-19 thing going on right now. We haven't really been able to do a lot of the family stuff that we usually do, and my husband is still really like not for going to the beach, even though I've been wanting to go to the beach. I think it would be fine, a remote area, but it's just, that's the only thing that's really kind of got me down right now, is that I want to do, he's 6 months old. I really want to enjoy this time with him, and I'm not saying I can't at home. I know that there's tons of other things that I can do. I just really want to do the same experiences that I did with my daughter. So I'm really hoping that things start to look up soon, and next year we can start going to the beach and start doing more of the stuff that we normally do, so he can just experience all that. But let me know in the comments if you're feeling like that. I know a lot of moms are, they have it a lot worse than me because their kids are school age, and they're just going to school right now and all of that. I can't even imagine the decisions that you're having to make and the stress that you're going through. So I just wanted to let you know that I am thinking about all of you. Oh my gosh, it gets me emotional even thinking about it, because I'm just like, I just think that these times right now have just got everybody down, and you know, it's just such a stressful time, especially for working parents and having kids, and just their learning experience, just so many things being affected. But just know that you're not alone, and we're going to get through this. We are. It's just affecting everybody in a different way, but don't feel like you're alone. I am thinking about all my mama friends that have kids of school age, and I know that it cannot be easy right now. It's affecting me, and I don't even have a school age kid, and I just can't even, you know, it's hard to see everything that's going on right now. But I'm really, you know, not even just the COVID-19, just everything, you know, human trafficking, just all of this crazy, disgusting stuff going on in this world right now is just, it's just very disgusting. I'm lost for words with all of that, and it's just very, very hard to see. And I really, really, really pray that this world truly turns around, and this kind of gives us, this year gives us all an eye opener. And sorry, I'm getting like emotional. Anyways, it's an eye opener, and that we can all learn from this, and next year brings positive things. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, this 6-month baby update. I am just having the time of my life with my 2 kiddos. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite thing is that your baby boy is doing, or baby girl, or whatever. Just drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this age. It is such a fun age. But I will see you in my next video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like it. Bye.